We also have non-farm payrolls coming in September 5th, which is supposed to be very eventful, and the market will probably chop a bit ahead of that. And the reason I say that, and I'm breathless trying to get this all done so I can throw it over to you, Hans. But the reason why I say that is because Goldman is expecting a hit to job growth like we had on August 1st, which was a revision for the prior 2 months. Well, Goldman is now expecting that the next non-farm payroll report, assuming we get it, because we have a new BLS director, will produce a job growth revision somewhere between 550,000 and 950, which would be ginormous and much bigger than the revisions that hit of 818,000 last year into the September 18th surprise 50 basis point rate cut by the FOMC. So guess what? It's not a surprise that Powell said we're a little worried about inflation, but we're also really worried about the labor market a little bit more than we were, et cetera, et cetera. So don't be surprised if they cut because they're justified in doing so because of labor weakness. In the meantime, inflation takes a little bit more time to produce results. And long story short, they are moving their inflation goal after 52 or 57 months of 2%, 2%, 2%. They're now pushing it higher. Not a surprise. Lori Logan, who joined the board years ago, said that's ultimately where we're going to have to go. And we are. So I've reviewed very quickly the fact that we are waiting, anticipating for market reaction to NVIDIA earnings. We have Jackson Hole out of the way. That is a major market mover. So is NVIDIA as golden child of the semiconductor space. But we also had minor market moving events, which was in large part options expiration. I warned big stack on July 31st. We had shake and bake. And again, into August 15th, options expiration. We had also shake and bake into the VIX expiry Wednesday morning, which was the 20th, before Jackson Hole on Friday, where Powell basically sounded like he was punting, but he's basically sending a warning sign that labor market matters and it is weaker than we think.
Join Samantha and Hans at the next Macro to Micro Options Power Hour, held each Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Registration is free. Scan this QR code or click on the link in the description.